Sono rilassato dopo 700. Io sono per le 3 episodi non è perché si è episodio scemo episodio plano snijem. Ja da detto no, faccio che Minecraft snijem. Ne sam super, no?
It took me a couple of days to track the Daltons down.
They can't get away with this!
Sono
And in that
završili s
time, a whole
epizodom.
posse of local vigilantes offered to lend a hand.
Ja sam uzeo.
We'll track him to the ends of the earth.
They seemed as determined as me to find those outlaws. But as we headed into those swamps, it was like I had my own private army. There was no way those boys were getting away this time.
It was early fall, right? Beautiful time of year. At least you had the weather on your side.
Not by my recollection. It was damp and foggy as hell. It was tough to stay on a true course, so we kept an eye out for landmarks.
Ой, дали эпизода 6, не сразу выделить, а последний эпизод 7, который...
It was autumn. The maple trees were in full color, red as blood. The rains that year were torrential, so the whole area was flooded. The vigilantes had spread out wide, and pretty soon I couldn't see anybody.
Bury them in the swamp. Let them where they stand!
Except for some bitches ahead of me wanting to do me harm, so I had to face them alone. I wondered why my compatriots didn't come running when they heard the shots.
So did you find the Daltons?
Not yet, but I did have the questionable pleasure of meeting a few of their friends.
Опа. Оп.
You bastard!
The boys had established quite a reputation by that time, so they attracted all manner of riffraff to their cause.
Oh, that's true. I'll really go ahead and butts it down.
Point being, I was under serious attack.
Death is coming.
Brate, znači ne možeš ti. Znači imaš šatku, lajte da pušta sova i sova. veze. Ne vezu da mi... Ne. Dođem dole, pokupam zub. Sad pravo vrijeme. Dobri, uđu škopu. Prego suprotan sve. Ovdje radim često granate.
And my reinforcements was nowhere to be seen. But luckily, a barn materialized as if right before my eyes. I scrambled up top to get a better view, but just ended up falling inside.
So, how did you get out?
The barn doors was open. About right then, I saw some suspicious characters running through the bushes. Of course, I followed them. But that goddamn swamp was like a goddamn maze, and pretty soon I had no goddamn idea where I was. Steve? So I just started walking, and pretty soon... Steve? Steve!
Huh? Oh, no, I'm listening.
Indians surrounded me from all sides.
Indians? There were Indians?
No. I just wanted to make sure Steve was paying attention. Now, where was I?
You were following the Daltons through a swamp?
That's right. See, Steve? Dwight's paying attention.
No, I'm listening. I was just...
So, where was I?
The Daltons.
Right. See, there's a reason so many outlaw gangs are made up of brothers. Being a brother is a very sacred thing. It's a bond like no other.
Bounty hunters! Stop that, son bitch!
Opa!
So did you ever find the damn Daltons?
Not yet. But I did find a few of their cousins. You Kansans breed like rabbits. More Smiths or Heimhoffers or who knows what.
Bounty hunters! Stop that, son bitch!
Brate, drugi put me dinamit digne. Znači drugi put sad.
Bounty hunters! Stop that, son bitch!
Otrči napred. A ne možeš jel te ubiju, ovdje ispred živu, još da umreš od dinamike.
Stop that, son of a bitch!
Počeo iz nekog fonika. Sunce ti kalaisano.
But hell, what's more important than family? I'll bet Ben knows what I'm talking about.
No, like the Shiva. Killing. Multimatrix is better than mathematics. What? Još jedan šover. To patiš kave, zato što malo su parajno, sad biramo tu. Ali neće umori dok pika šatim, tako je tvoj krug šatim se. Kako ja sam gledam? Ne znam se. Potom pucam, prije nego dobro. Znači li to sa šatkom? Ja tam da to. Više neko. Da vidi odakle je pucam. Da ne raniš sam za nisu. Krak ja ne odnaš da ne naš. Ne mogu da probam da... Aha, bre. Ali... List me zajebo. List! Stao sam uz list, budala. Znači. Nećem to povraćaš. Da ga nastavim s ovom, nećem to ništa. Ljudi jedu lalo, zaplačem. Se sam 30, sa šatom. Opet. Ando go. Evo da tamo ide. Gledamo neki budala. Nešto je reći. Aha, eno je. Ja znam tu. Ovo sam vam tam. Uha. Ima neko da puca. Ja sam puno neki. Halo? Evo moj friend. Anton Russia. Sad mi neki krne ponovio Izvinite.
I knew those Dalton boys were out there somewhere, standing together against anyone who would threaten them.
Ima mak. Vandališće ovo. Znači, ne vidim meci vidu. Znači, ukratko. Daj ću da presjeća kušu. Ajde, 20 mi izleće. Ajde za šatkom.
That's when I saw it. A goddamn steamboat.
A steamboat in a swamp?
Yeah, Steve, but this wasn't much more than a wreck, really.
But how'd a damn steamboat end up in the swamps? Guess it floated off during the flood of '89.
Now, was it a stern wheeler or a side wheeler?
What? Does that really make a difference, Steve? It was a steamboat with a goddamn army on board. It was then that a fusillade of bullets come raining down from on high. And those
Oni vam tranje zbjega unutra.
anywhere to be found.
Ovo me prišivo li sunce.
But among those men that were shooting,
Zakri se.
I thought I saw some familiar faces.
Ovo me puca sam pre. Eto mu gledam prišao prvi se. Putneš ovo malo. Jedan tamo ovo. Punili ti ja. Nije lakše da dignu od ceo tvoj glas. To, evo. Znaš, ajde. Ajde, sad treba da padem tem. To pravi glavno ne. Ne! Beži! Beži! Trči iz moju zgradu. Čiza, nije bitno, trči! Samo beži, čovječe, da ne živimo. Nas pucu, znači, ovi ne štedite municiju nas. Bratu, štedite municiju, bre nas. Ali da izvidimo situaciju. Najprije su uzmano 50-ak unutra, vam da se pravi, znači mi treba da ne šoku.
Somewhere up there, the Daltons were waiting on me.
Jok! Čekaj nam ne govorat.
Sounds like you don't give up too easy.
That's the kind of man I am, Ben. I set out to do something. I do it.
Oh,
Surrender just ain't my nature. Plus, I'm stubborn as hell.
Čak. Sad treba pitam, upravo uzmem. Šta vam uzmi treba, vekule, 5 minuta? Kaj ti se uzak prostor? Ovdje najbolje što će pomogne. To je quick shot. Quick shot. Ja nisam vidio sigre. Ne veze. Ima 3. On je sam pao. Nisam ja ni dobro. Exposto. Lepo, menina, ja lepo ovo. Sad kad gledaj, čekaj, drži. Dakle, kasniš. Mislim ti jani.
Right about then, much to my relief, the vigilantes finally arrived. Their leader motioned at a cabin in the middle of the top deck, pointing me directly at the Daltons. I finally had them, after months of dogged pursuit.
Da, možda je svući dati stomareći. Sad daj to. Pizza. I sad spremiti se.
But it turned out that they had me.
Ujebat ću ti familiju izdajničku. Koliko ti platio ću spaliti dupu.
The Daltons had played me like a fiddle. Apparently, the vigilantes were on their damn payroll. They didn't just want to shoot me. They wanted to burn me alive. But finding my way out of a burning labyrinth proved to be quite a challenge.
It was a riverboat, right? I mean, it's not like it was a goddamn ocean liner.
Well, yeah, but I was in a
Did you
fight.
hear about that ship that's gonna launch next year? Largest one in the world.
About the Titanic. If you ask me, it's too blessed to. I don't think it'll even.
So anyway,
Proći brate negdje.
Steve, they know what they're doing.
Proći bez, ne proći.
Unsafe.
oh God.
But getting back to that steamboat, how'd you get off it, Mr. Greaves?
I took in a lot of smoke that day, so I admit my recollection might be a
Oh,
bit
ću
hazy.
da...
But somehow I managed to finally disembark. It was time to settle this once and for all.
Ovo se pregrijao, ovo je... Ovo se pregrijeva... Ali, brate, znači ovo se pregrijalo, držao sam na minut. Ovaj put je 10 minuta. Abram, ovaj uzduž lancu. Da pući. Ovo da pućeš uz lance.
Bob and Grad weren't about to come at me one at a time. They were in this together.
Kaže kod ovo. Ovo breku
Two
organici.
brothers side by side, determined to
Čekaj,
take me
čekaj,
down.
ja protiv dvojice. Kako to
Confident
postavljamo?
that this time the odds were on their side.
Ispijem dvojicu i... Meni ja metak u kod. To, brate, Britana. Znači, prvo namestimo ruku iznad ovoga i udarimo koncentraciju. Ruku. Ruka. Ruka. Znaš god kad trebam prvo da skinu nogu na stranu. Ovo je to, brat.
A sad end for those two. If they'd only known that Emmett was still alive despite his wounds.
Ja mislim da nisam ljubio tu
Arose
sam
14 years later.
se
He
sranje,
moved to
mislim da već
California
ne
and sold
trzaviš.
real estate and lived off the legend of that fateful day. And the tragic death of his two brothers.
Mislim da ovdje smo završili sa sezonu epizodom. Ja ću snimiti još jednu epizodu.
My own brothers died tragically as well, truth be told. It was 1868, and me and my older brothers were pulling a tidy profit running cattle into Juarez, Mexico. One night after my brothers retired for the evening, I found a little poker game in a cantina with a couple of cowboys. And I just couldn't lose. I even won an old Spanish coin that had to be 100 years old. Well, I was mighty pleased with myself the next morning as my brothers and I rode for Texas. But before we crossed the border, those cowboys caught up with us. It was Johnny Ringo, Roscoe Bob Bryant, and another asshole named Jim. They wanted their money back and everything else we had, including our lives, as those boys didn't want us coming for them later. Bob put that old Spanish coin in my mouth and said, "I won't have it said that I left you with nothing, boy." Well, those horses bolted, and there we hung as those bastards rode away. The branch finally snapped under the weight of the three of us, but being my older brothers were bigger and heavier, they were already dead. And right then I swore to myself that I would avenge them. Ringo you know about. But Bob eluded me, until I heard he was riding with the Wild Bunch.
A ovo možda kraj igre sad. Koliko snimamo? 27 minuta, ovo je kraj epizode 6 ili 7, nisam siguran. 7. Snimit ćemo epizodu 8 i to je to.